Hey, Cody, how you
Pastor
doing?
Jason,
Whoa,
man,
whoa, 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 yes,
Oh.
yes.
Oh,
Sit
yeah.
about there. Yeah,
Good? All right,
we're
air high five.
Air high five, that'll work for me. Yes, so good to have you back.
I am so glad to be back.
Well, we're glad to have you. It looks like you need a mask that we have
Oh,
actually.
I forgot.
Big crowd. If you
I
can see
forgot.
Jessica for a mask and
Hey,
a
Jessica.
sanitizer.
How are you?
Awesome.
Yeah,
May I
take
have a
a
mask?
mask. Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I see we have hand
Yes,
sanitizer.
make sure to get some hand sanitizer.
All right.
Hand sanitizer.
All right. Ready to roll.
Hey, Toby.
Hey, it's been so long.
How's it going now?
She's great.
Here's your bulletin.
All right, thanks. Now, what's the order?
All the way down around the picture over there. He's
Is
gonna
that the guy that looks like Pastor Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's good to see you.
Welcome you too.
Hey, Cody.
Hey.
How you doing?
All right. How are you?
Great. Looking for a seat?
Yes.
You can sit right over. We're not sitting in our normal seats right now because we're trying to make sure that we provide lots of distance between everyone. So if you could, you can sit on this row right here. Just make sure, please, that there's 4 seats from the person
Got
next
it.
to
Got it.
you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, absolutely. And just a couple things of note. If you have an offering that you'd like to bring up, we won't bring past the offering basket, but we have one on the way up to
Okay.
communion. So you're welcome to do it there. And we'll also be communing with glasses,
Good.
glasses instead
Good.
of intinction.
Good.
Okay? So
Thank you.
it's good to have you. Hello, I'm Pastor Jason Dampier, Associate Pastor here at Holy Trinity. And I'm sorry, Pastor Brack, our lead pastor, is unable to be with us for this video. He's actually camping at the moment. But we are so excited for this Sunday, August 2nd, when we can gather together in person for the first time since March for worship. We are so excited, it's hard to believe that it's been that long. But of course, things are going to look a bit different. We have gone through great lengths. We have formed a reopening committee that has had a lot of dialogue with our welcoming team, our church council, the pastors, and the church staff, and even medical professionals to make sure that we are doing everything we can to create a safe yet warm and welcoming worship environment. Now, I am aware that when it comes to opening and closing and wearing masks and not wearing masks, there is a lot of disagreement around us and in our communities. But some may feel like we are doing not enough and moving way too fast, while others may feel like we are doing way too much and moving too slowly. And that's okay. There's a lot of room within that spectrum for us to disagree with one another. But I pray that above it all, our love for one another may abound, that we are patient with one another, that we are understanding of one another, and in those areas where we may disagree, that we are quick to forgive. But we do ask that everyone who intends to come to worship in person wears a mask. Unless you have a medical condition that prevents you from wearing one, or as our state recommendations say, you're under the age of 11. The primary reason for wearing a mask is not just to protect you, but it is an act of love to ensure that we are doing what we can to prevent potentially spreading this if we have it and don't know it. So it's just an act of care and love for one another. Also, you may have seen that we are not going to have congregational singing. We will have music, but there is a lot of unknown out there, things about how this spreads, especially when you have a large number of people together inside. And so we do invite you to participate with us by either reading the songs, by just listening, or singing softly to yourself. We just ask that everyone doesn't project because of the unknown if we were to do that all indoors. And so we want to just be as cautious as possible in that regard. Another thing you may have noticed is our worship sign-up page. If you are planning to come to worship, we do ask that you sign up. but that is in no way means that we're not going to turn anybody away from worship. The reason for the sign-up page is to inform us so that we can be aware and be prepared as best we can for everyone that plans to be in the worship service, that we have enough volunteers and all of that. And so please just go, if you plan to come, go online and sign up. It just requires you plugging your name in, but it also serves as a way that we can keep track of all those who come to worship. So if by chance somebody comes and later finds out that they tested positive for COVID, that we have a way to reach out to those who were here, and that we can do everything we can to inform you if you are potentially in contact with somebody, and to make sure that we don't spread it any further than it has to. We will be having an 8:30 service and an 11:15 service. We hope that provides enough time for our Sunday school classes. Our Sunday school classes will continue to be via Zoom, and that should provide enough time if you come to the early service to get home, and enough time after Sunday school to come here if you come to the late service. I'm aware that some of our families plan to be in person, some online, so our children's sermon will continue to be provided via Facebook. We'll do a pre-recorded video at 9:30, and for those families that come, we'll have activities, things for our kids, but we will not be able to provide nursery or children's church. So we will be worshiping in two spaces. That's primarily for sanitation purposes. We will continue to have a blended worship style at both, so it will be the same service no matter which one you come to. We'll be in the fellowship hall at 8:30 and in the sanctuary at 11:15. Some of you may not be comfortable coming, and that's okay. Also, some I'm aware, are in contact with many people during the work week and don't want to put others at risk by coming to worship, and that is great too. We will continue to offer worship services online. We will be live streaming the 11:15 service. And if you are participating online and you wish to receive communion, we will continue to provide communion in small groups throughout the week. So I invite you to visit our webpage at the Holy Communion sign-up page, and there you can sign up for Holy Communion. So once again, we are so excited to see everybody's face, and I just pray that whether we are afar or worshiping here in person, that we may be continue to be fed and nourished by the gospel of our Lord and made into one body. And I pray that God may continue to watch over and protect us in this time. I hope to see you Sunday.